Hey folks, it's me, Ranger, and yeah, so we got a bit of news to kind of discuss since, we got some things that came out during Godzilla Day and then some more recent news that just came out. So which one we want to start with? I guess we could start off with something that came out during Godzilla Day, which was November 3rd. Now I am a little bit late on this. Well, technically on YouTube, but I did a post on Instagram. But anyway, so yeah, so for those who are unaware, yeah, we're getting yet another Godzilla movie. Yes, and I'm not count, and it doesn't count, the short films like the Godzilla versus Gigan short films that have been coming up, and the Godzilla versus Hedorah short film. No, we are getting a new full feature Godzilla film by Toho. Yep, so that's pretty interesting. So yeah, and of course there is a logo for it, and not much to go off by this logo, and you can see my post there, but not much to go by this logo by any means. But we have an interesting G silhouette for Godzilla. Then of course we got the date, which is 2023 November 3rd. So it's gonna be released on Godzilla's 69th anniversary. So yeah, that's pretty big, right? So yeah, so basically not much is known about the film right now. And all we got is that the director is Takashi Yamazaki. I'm not sure if I butchered his name, but I apologize for that. But anyway, so actually, fun fact, he was the guy. So if you guys remember the film known as Always Sunset on Third Street 2, I think that's what it's called. Yeah. If you guys recognize that title, then you know that that movie is known for having a cameo by Godzilla. So, I'm sure there are clips on YouTube where, you got Godzilla on a rampage again, and towards the end you see his full look. And what's interesting is he actually uses the Godzilla 98 roar, which is interesting. So, so that bit of that clip, yeah, that's from that movie, and Tagashi directed that movie, so that's pretty interesting. So already the man has some thing with Godzilla, so that gives me actually hope, honestly. And the other bit that we know about this movie is that it'll be set post World War II, which is basically I think around the 1940s. So that's interesting. So it won't be directly during 1954, which was after World War II. It'll be set immediately after. So right after World War II. So that's interesting. So right now I'm thinking, so will this movie be a prequel to the 54 film? Like, do we see Godzilla getting mutated and stuff, or are we actually going to see a new origin of Godzilla, where similar to Shin Godzilla here, where that's not connected to the 54 film? At this point, we really don't know. We really don't know much about the movie, and I'm not really too good on speculating right now. I mean, when you're a college student, your brain is pretty fried at thinking at this point, but I'm pretty 50-50 on whether this movie will be its own thing or be a sequel to the 54 film. So it's really up in the air, and we really don't know much about it at this point. All we know is that, it's another part of the Reiwa era of Godzilla movies, which of course includes Shin, got the Godzilla anime trilogy on Netflix, and of course Godzilla Singular Point. So yeah, so I'm pretty excited for this film, considering the director already has a history with Godzilla, and I know some of Toho's works have been, you got masterpieces like Shin Godzilla, and then you got the anime trilogy that were moving on. But yeah, so that's that bit of news out of the way. Now the other one, and this is the more recent one, is we got a bit more news for the fifth Monsterverse movie, or as the title has shown, if I can bring it up here, Godzilla and Kong. Yep, so official title, and I would have picked up maybe a better title, but if it features, the two main stars of the Monsterverse, then I guess I'll roll with it. But yeah, so of course we got a banner, and hopefully this won't be like, when GVK was being marketed, where we got countless bound banners over and over and over. Yeah, y'all remember that? It was especially hell when COVID hit. Ugh. But yeah, so of course, Godzilla, Kong, and, we got a nice illustration of the two monsters. Interesting how it's depicting them clashing with one another instead of, teaming up. So, because it suggests that the two are kind of teaming up. So not like, GVK where, they're still having their rivalry and they only teamed up when fighting Mechagodzilla. So, yeah, so I'm interested in why they're clashing. So maybe they still hate each other towards the beginning, but they learn to, tolerate each other as the movie progresses. But again, not too sure. And we also got another poster here. Nothing much, it just says Godzilla and Kong. So yeah. So apparently, the movie itself has already finished wrapping in Australia. So it's already been filmed in Australia right now. So already it's fairly well into production, and some people have been having some opinions about it. So now some people think that, oh great, another Monsterverse movie. Yes, badass. While others say, do we really need another Monsterverse one? Because let's be honest, at this point the Monsterverse is pretty much a mixed bag within the kaiju community. Like, I'm of course part of where I love it, but I can't understand why some may not enjoy it. I mean, even I enjoy it, a lot of people don't enjoy the Monsterverse films. But yeah, so with that being said, what are overall thoughts on the production right now, and how this movie is going to be presented? I already did a speculation on it before when some bits of news came out before it. So, and it was in the video where I was discussing also about the King Kong reboot by Disney Plus. So, yeah, but anyways, that's off topic. So, yeah, I want to say I still have hopes for this one. It's best to keep my expectations low on movies at this point after, learning that, unfortunately, when it came to Jurassic World Dominion, and I'll never let that go. Never. But anyways, so that being said, I still have hope for, Godzilla and Kong. Is it necessary? I wouldn't say that it's necessary to have Godzilla and Kong once again, but I do think it's necessary that, they continue the Monsterverse, as, they want to expand, some of the world and stuff like that. So that I can kind of buy into. Plus, it'll probably give it a chance to introduce more monster, whether they be, classic Toho monsters or newer monsters. Because, one thing I do like about the Monsterverse is that, some of their original monsters are actually pretty cool. So I'll give credit for Legendary and Warner Brothers, although Warner Brothers may actually lose the license for the Monsterverse right now, depending how that goes. But again, kind of off topic. But yeah, so those are the bit of news. I know this video is kind of shorter, but I really can't think of anything else while still trying to do assignments here and there. But I just want to make this, news updates video for, the upcoming 2 films. Overall, I am pretty hyped for them. Again, it's best to lower my expectations, especially with Godzilla and Kong, since, given how many people are still not fond of the Monsterverse at this point. But I still have hope for the new Toho film that they'll come out. So, yeah, that I am excited for. So, yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.